Coming up next, the Clippers taking on the Spurs. For the Clippers, they want to start this season with a bang on their home floor, showing the home fans what to expect this year. Spurs, Clippers, up next. Welcome, everyone, to a brand new season of NBA basketball. I'm sure you're as excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, it's all yours.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan is a prolific scorer, but he's also a dangerous driving kick weapon. He said, "I never pay attention to the defender guarding me. I look at the four guys behind him and how they react. A lot of times I don't even look to score. I draw 3 or 4 guys and get my teammates open shots." Kevin?
Great vision, David. Thank you. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Clippers. On Friday, they'll go up against Russell Westbrook and the Houston Rockets. Then on Thursday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. DeJounte Murray is out there at White. And it's DeRozan in at the 3. And for the Clippers, the 2 stars, George and Leonard, fill up the forward slots. Beverly and Williams, the guards handle. And it's Harrell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
the NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this, right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't
stop. The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
4 on the shot clock. Shoots a fader. Offensive rebound. White with it. Williams picks him up. White finds Aldridge. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
Great size and great balance for a big man. Aldridge does a superb job of finishing through the contact.
George against DeRozan. And Pirtle sends it back. And the pass to Murray. About 1 minute into the first. High arcing shot. Repeat that time from Harrell.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
For San Antonio, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Bucket is good.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Harrell. Kicks to George. From deep. Trains the three-pointer.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
The Spurs have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Outside DeRozan. Stolen by Beverly. George passes to Beverly. Leonard with the ball. Over Aldridge. And it's Leonard. That timing is just by Beverly.
Now the offense sort of works itself out to a lot of mid-range shots, and Kawhi getting dangerous from that spot.
To the middle. Here's Aldridge. Middle time pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Aldridge has got his second bucket of the night.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Leonard. Rebounded by the Spurs.
He's got so many ways to score in the post. Just nifty, uses fakes. Has to have a body on him every time he's down there.
Inside, and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Yeah, we love when great offensive players get in a scoring rhythm, but Paul George right now in a great passing rhythm tonight.
And last season for the Clippers, it was a collection of smaller guys who played big.
They were very effective with those kind of lineups with shorter, very effective offensive players out there. And Lou Williams being a catalyst for what they were doing, coming off the bench and providing a spark. You know, in the fourth quarter, there was always an opportunity for the Clippers, if the game was close, to rely on Lou Williams to get the job done.
And stolen by White. The wide open look here for DeRozan. Doesn't get it to drop for him. The Clippers go the other way with it. On the wing, Williams. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played. Just 5 on the clock. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
Well, you deserve that kind of treatment if you're going to get up with Lou Williams like that. Terrific at getting to the rack.
Murray kicks to Pirtle. Pass to Aldridge. And Aldridge slams it in.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Now here's Harrell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Now here's Williams. Pass to Leonard. Over Aldridge. Marcus Aldridge grabs the miss. It's White. And there it is for him.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
And the Clippers decide to take their first time out here. The 29th pick in 2017 by the Spurs. Their injuries last year created an opportunity for Derek White to show Greg what he can do with steady minutes.
And White is 6'4", capable of manning either guard spot. A shooter, a playmaker, and an all-defensive team in college. He is definitely a keeper. Is checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Green comes in for Leonard. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. On defense, San Antonio. Pass to George. 6 on the shot clock. Down low. Here's Zubac. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
This is what Paul George gives you offensively, a guy who can create for himself, obviously, but who can do it for others and do it at a high level.
Mills with it, and there's the pass to Forbes. Now here's Carroll to the paint. Gay dishes to Forbes. And the 3 off target. For Los Angeles, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. George uses the glass to finish the layup. George has got 5.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Pass again. Now Lyles. And the rejection by Zubac. And that one goes out of bounds. Touched by Zubac. Mills passes to Lyles. Shoots over Zubac. Second shot opportunity, and it's laid up and in by Carroll.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside?
Outside, George. The offensive rebound. Zubac, that's good.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
Now, here's Mills. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. Higgs. Great tee that time from Green.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Great pass to set up the lay-in. Now it's a 5-point Clipper lead.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Mills looking it over. Well, good with the triple. And so the first quarter is in the books. Clippers lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Staples Center, downtown Los Angeles. George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014. He describes what inspired him to come back even stronger.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her dealing with stroke, her dealing with really being down and out. You know, I saw her fight back. That was enough for me. In my darkest days, I knew it was nothing to what my mom went through, and she came out perfectly fine, so.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
Shamet and George at the 2 and the 3. Green is up there with the hits of Zubac. And it's Beverley in at the 1 spot. They're the group out there for the Clippers starting the second quarter. Spurs trail by 9. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Bellinelli, accurate with the jumper from the elbow. Bellinelli's got his first bucket of the night.
Yeah, and Bellinelli, very creative, has that ability to get into the heart of the defense.
George against Bellinelli. And George gets it to go. George has got 7 points.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior. Well, for so much of what Paul George brings to the table, you have to start with his defensive impact. And he is one of the top defenders in the league at his position, if not the best.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Williams comes in for Patrick Beverley. San Antonio also making some changes. LaMarcus Aldridge is checked in for Lyles. DeMar DeRozan comes in for DeMari Carroll. And Murray subbed in for Bryn Forbes. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot. Now here's Bellinelli. He's covered by Shamet, and the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. That is his first foul of the game. Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Leonard against DeRozan. And stolen by Aldridge. And DeRozan kicks to Murray. Pass to Bellinelli. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by Zubac. Clippers leading by 9. Irish from deep. Offensive rebound. And Leonard gets it to go. Leonard's got 6 points.
They are just killing them on the interior.
McKay outside. This is it to Aldridge. And the rejection by Zubac. And he's able to get it back. But they'll get another chance. Here's Murray. And at last, they get one to fall. Murray's got his first 2 points. Now the pass to Leonard. Rebounded by the Spurs.
Well, they shouldn't be giving that shot to anyone, but they certainly shouldn't be giving it to him. That's a big break for the defense.
Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. But taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David, thank you. Now here's White. Kawhi Leonard unable to get his shot to go. White finds Aldridge. It's hauled in by Zubac. Zubac has got 5 rebounds tonight. Williams passes to Leonard. Right, with offensive rebounding, which players can you count on to create second chance opportunity every game they play?
Well, Giannis in Milwaukee does a pretty good job with his length, grabbing boards and being able to go back in and cause some problems for the defense. Rudy Gobert is always around the rim, both defensively and offensively. DeAndre Jordan did that for years. It would be interesting to see if he can continue that role down there to be a putback and a stick-back guy.
And Pirtle has a stick-with-it mentality on the offensive glass, just throwing himself against the board.
And the Clippers call time here.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments, pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
For the Spurs.
And checking out the stats for Aldridge. Last season, he played outstanding. 18th in rebounding, 18th in blocks, and amongst the league's top-tier scorers, top 20 in points per game.
And like you said, one of the better rebounders in the league last season. He displayed a tireless work ethic that I think really rubbed off on the team. Now here's Leonard. He's got 8. Pass to Zubac. He kicks to Hill. Launches a 3. Offensive rebound. Zubac.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
And here's Mills from the arc. Drills the 3-pointer. Mills has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And it's Williams with the ball for the Los Angeles Clippers. Leonard on the wing. Aldridge is covering. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Many thought the Raptors or Lakers would land Kawhi, but in the end, he came to the Clippers to write his own legacy. Returning to Southern Cal, where he grew up, was a big part of his decision. The big surprise was how Kawhi was out recruiting other stars behind the scenes to join him with the Clippers.
And that one misses. And even though he's been nagged by injury for a few years, Brent, Kawhi is still a top two-way threat when he's healthy.
Well, the fact that Kawhi Leonard could move on from San Antonio, get to that Toronto team that needed just an extra push to do something in the Eastern Conference, especially with the absence of LeBron James. Kawhi Leonard absolutely dominated last year's playoffs and took Toronto to a championship. And now, for the first time, he's had the choice to continue his career somewhere. He's going to do that back home in Los Angeles for the Clippers.
And stolen by Harrell. Here's Leonard. Oh, and he picks it off the glass. Wow. White looking around. Outside Aldridge. And Jermichael Green picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Spurs with some changes. Trey Lyles checked in for Aldridge. Tamari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. And here is Pirtle. 5 on the clock. Good on that shot. With that, the Los Angeles lead is cut down to 7 on the bucket from Carroll. LA has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Bounce pass from Beverly. Here's Leonard. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. Leonard's got 7 points for the quarter.
Seemed to be laying in the weeds there in the first quarter, but now we're seeing him come out, put all the cards on the table, and ramp it up.
Now here's Carroll. Lyles no good.
2 for 1, probably the way to go.
Don't want to rush it, but you don't want to take too much time here.
And it's Leonard missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
6-second difference between shot and game clock. Goes back up. And it's sent back by George.
How many guys have the two-way ability of a Paul George? Just as dangerous defensively as he can be offensively.
Here's Leonard. There's the triple. And so it's Los Angeles in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. While you have grown so much offensively throughout your career, what's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking out open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. A pretty close game for the Clippers throughout the first quarter. Their largest deficit of the period was just 4 points. They were right there within shouting distance the entire time. Checking out the Clippers, Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
Well, Kenny should appreciate this. I love the ball movement. They were in sync as a unit, and their assist numbers were impressive. Anytime you get 5 players working together like that, instead of one guy doing it alone, it's always going to be a boost. That's the primary reason they're in control of the game.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about the Spurs?
Well, I think they could be way more physical than they have been in the first half. Their defense gave up way too many easy looks. And that kind of defense will turn to a loss any night.
That about wraps it up. Time now for the second half of the game. We go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
And we've got third quarter basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
And guys, we saw just how tough he can be with the step to the rim. Great job of just attacking that first half.
Yeah, nice job of carving his way to the inside with some ease. Not much resistance out there.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Los Angeles leading by 9. Here's who Greg Popovich is starting in the second half. It's Aldridge at the power forward with Pirtle at center. Derek White is out there with Murray, and it's DeRozan in its small forward. And so it's Murray who brings the ball up for the San Antonio Spurs. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That game is the first and last of their home series. Here's Aldridge. Yep, it counts. Aldridge has got 8 points.
The attacking, aggressive mindset. You get it right there from Aldridge in that area. He's focused, and he scores.
Now here's Williams. Kicks it to Beverly. Pass to George. Passes it to Harrell. Clock is at 3. Shoots over Pirtle. And again, no good by the Clippers.
You talk about things at halftime, and then you come out and you go 0 for 3. I'm sure that wasn't up on the board.
Murray finds Aldridge. Outside for Murray. Looking for Aldridge, he gets it there. And the rejection by Harrell. Aldridge against Leonard. Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and the layup is up and in. 13 points in the game.
Yes, but the big one drops after the 0 of 3 start.
And wow, you just have to love the motor on Montrezl Harrell when he's on the floor. Great on the glass, and he just plays with such a fire.
And here is Los Angeles now after the basket by San Antonio. Williams gets to George. And he drops it in from the low post. And the Clippers lead by 9. And with Harrell, you can see how his energy spreads to the rest of the team.
Reminds me a bit of what Reed used to bring the team. Harrell is also undersized, but boy, he makes up for it in so many ways.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The league's only going up if they keep beating.
Spurs trail by 11. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Outside DeRozan. And finished off by DeRozan.
And the dunk was nice, Kevin, but the move he made to free himself up was a thing of beauty.
It sure was, Greg. What a savvy play to get into position for that jam. And the call will be against LaMarcus Aldridge. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. For the Clippers, Zubac is checked in for Montrezl. And Landry Shamet subbed in for Williams. Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Gallinelli comes in for White. Now here's Leonard. 13 points in the game. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line. So Leonard will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on Rudy Gay. Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game. Sometimes when a shooter misses a wide-open shot, Brent, you hear, oh, he had too much time. Is that really a thing?
I mean, in life, do you really have too much? You never have too much
Never
time.
have too much time.
You can never have too much time.
I think about Marc Gasol, like in the finals and playoffs last year. He would sit there and no one would even be around.
And he's tiptoeing like, do I shoot? Do I shoot? I think it messes with you just in terms of the psychological part about, like,
It's got
why,
you.
why isn't anybody guarding me here? Well, if you're a bad shooter, there's a really good reason why they're not guarding you.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, my cousin LaMarcus Aldridge is not the flashiest player, but he is respected. His former teammate in Portland, C.J. McCollum, said he hasn't changed his game to try and fit the new NBA. He shoots mid-range, scores under the basket, strong as heck. He knows who he is. And Kevin, LaMarcus isn't really my cousin, but his game never goes out of style.
You're right, DA, and he's still getting it done. Thank you. Aldridge, right through the knee for the layup. Aldridge has got 4 this quarter.
Yeah, you stand next to LaMarcus Aldridge, that 6'11" frame, he's so big, that helped to keep that possession alive, and then he finished it off.
Leonard inside. He's covered by Gay. And it's Leonard missing. And here's Aldridge. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. Down by 12. Now DeRozan. The pass to Murray. The shot from the low post is good. Murray's got 6.
All the way to the bucket, no resistance, just like the candy from
Los Angeles calls timeout.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young, he still has a very bright future.
Checked in for Kawhi Leonard. Then for the Spurs, Miles checked in for Aldridge. Tamari Carroll comes in for DeMar DeRozan. And it's Bryn Forbes in for DeJounte Murray. Now, here's Zubac. He's got 10. Beverly, the pass to Green. Knocks it loose. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. And the Clippers lead by 12.
You know what, didn't find a very good shot on that possession, but still able to get 2 points.
Forbes, the pass to Carroll. He dishes it to Gay. Shoots over Zubac. No good from Gay.
Well, he wants to shoot his way out of this cold spell, but the struggles continue.
Yeah, he's got to move on, forget about this sequence here, and try to find a way to get on the board.
George, no good.
And I'm not sure that is a shot that he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot off.
Outside, Bellinelli drills it from outside. Bellinelli's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Spurs. Beverly finds Zubac. George with the ball. Makes it off the glass. George has got 6 points in the quarter.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Carroll against George. Forbes the pass to Lyles. Pass to Bellinelli. Jacks up a 3. And again, it's the Spurs from deep.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooting.
Carroll against George. Beverly for 3. Good on the triple.
Well, there's some confidence right now in Patrick Beverly's game. He's got the green light. That time took a little bit of a quick opportunity and nailed it.
Here is Forbes. Fires the 3. And no good in the last second attempt this time. Down through 3 quarters of play. Down double digits. It may be difficult to overcome. Clippers ahead. Up 11. We've got more in store for you right after this. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
You know, anytime a guy's in the post and the teammates know he's unselfish, great player movement can create an opportunity just like that.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Spurs trail by 11. Williams and Shaman are the guard set. Michael Green is out there with Paul George. And it's Harrell in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's who's out there for the Clippers. The shot's good. He's got his first 2 points of the night.
Well, he's dialed in right now in the in-between game. I love to see Rudy Gay capitalize there.
Outside Williams. He kicks it to Harrell. Uncovered. Rebound San Antonio.
And thus far, they've managed to overcome an off game from him offensively.
Here's Mills. Pass to Wiles. And that one is off. Empty that time from Harrell. George looking around. Passes to Green. It's stolen by Carroll. A few possessions into the fourth quarter, just over a minute played. Out left to the wing. Wiles kicks to Forbes. Pocket 6. Back to Wiles. And beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 4 rebounds in this game. Williams from outside. It's good from long range. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Williams still has some nasty handles. I love him busting out some of those tricky moves from time to time.
San Antonio calls timeout.
What about Montrezl Harrell and the type of energy and effort that he brought last year to this team to help solidify, I guess, most of the culture piece of what Steve Ballmer wants this franchise to be about. That's playing hard, playing with energy, and having some enthusiasm for the competition. Montrezl Harrell wraps all those things up pretty nicely in the way he plays.
Us updated from the sideline. Let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Greg Popovich talking to his team during the break. His emphasis was for more effort on the defensive end. He said we have to do a better job of communicating and helping each other up. We're getting too many easy looks. Let's make it hard on them. They're going to have to if they're going to slow down the hot shooting of their opponent.
Quiet is Kawhi Leonard, but don't let that mistake itself for a lack of competitiveness. He has that desire and drive to continue to get better.
Free throw drops for Leonard. And Montrezl Harrell, Brent, beloved in the locker room.
Well, he's beloved because every night when you go out on the floor with him, you know what you're going to get. A guy who is incredibly competitive, passionate, knows his role, and plays with a physical presence that he doesn't shy away from anybody that's on the floor. That's infectious.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 for 2 at the line. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Brent, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. How did that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting three-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage for them.
Well, the D has gotten a little bit lax here defending the triple.
Ball's knocked loose and stolen by Williams. A shot's good on the assist by George. George has got assist number 5 here tonight.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play. There are only 2 players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
And the Clippers call time here. Switch here. Beverly's checked in. Here's Leonard. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th quarter. A step back shot here. Nice jump shot. Good. Leonard's got 21.
Steady strides in Kawhi Leonard being more and more comfortable as the go-to scorer for this team.
To the inside. Here's Aldridge. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. 14 points for LaMarcus Aldridge.
But he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Tigers from 14, and it's the Clippers scoring again.
Already such a complete offensive player, yet every year Kawhi Leonard develops his handle just a little bit more.
There's the pass to Purdy. Aldridge against Leonard. Outside, White. Good work there as it goes.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Now, here's George. Pass to Leonard. Over Aldridge. And that one goes long. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. It's a 16-point game. Murray, no good.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Here's Murray. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. The 9-foot shot. That one off the back iron and out.
And when he's this close, he's got to make it. The defense was pretty good, but he shouldn't miss that.
All sorts of time. And the contract structure for NBA first-rounders, 2 years guaranteed, 2 years of team options. Qualifying offer. Brent, should we consider changing that up?
I think it's working pretty well, Kevin. I think every front office is out there trying to find players out there that are giving you value beyond your contract, and that happens a lot when you're a team that has a first-round pick, 1 through 10, 1 through 20, and you hit on a draft choice. You potentially could get 3 years, and sometimes 4 when you have incredible players coming into the league as their first year, changing franchises around. But a player that's providing way more value than the contract that they're getting at that time. So I don't see that changing much. It gives teams a long enough time to evaluate the talent coming in.
Seems to be working.
It does. And the players that prove it are looking at the calendar saying, could I fast forward 3 years? Because I'd really like to cash in on what I'm doing for you.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
Shooting 2.
And he knocks down the first one. A platoon swap here for the Clippers. The Spurs also changing it up. Meadow, he's checked in for Aldridge. Walker comes in for White, and it's Mills in for Murray. That one falls, so he hits both of them. 43 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Harkless. To the middle. Here's Magruder. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
This arena was rocking throughout the night. You could really feel the energy.
A huge motivation, always great for a young team, but veteran players also appreciate when fans come with that kind of energy and get into the spirit of the game.
Now, here is Robinson. So the Clippers winning this one easily. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Paul. Congrats on the win. Where's your team's attitude right now?
Continue to play together, and we can just stick to that. Keep working, staying confident, keep defending, and knocking shots down. We'll be all right.
Looked like it all came together tonight, Paul. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.